Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. Look how cute it is, though. I also hope you can hear me. Anyways. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Or I guess I can't do that. That's hand emotions. I have to think that's something new. Actually, I'm just going to use that for the time being. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Bienvenidos a todos. My name is Tré. As you can tell, I'm a resident of New York City, and that's a sentence I can only say for about 3 days more. Essentially, what's happening is I am moving from this beautiful city. I am leaving New York City, and I'm also leaving behind a completely free graduate program, and also free rent, and also friends and family, and also a lot of love, and a lot of space, and a lot of comfort. But I'm gonna this gotta go. I mean, I've been using this YouTube channel as a place to sort of document my life and sort of to look back on and to show my kids. And this is probably one of the biggest moments of my life, so I thought I guess this is what I get for being on the roof. But also, like, how can I deny this backdrop? Like, are you kidding me? I'm literally packing up my shit and leaving New York in 3 days. It is currently Friday, and I'm leaving on Sunday. 2 days, can't count. I'm in New York. I've moved to New York 5 years ago to go to New York University. So undergrad, I go to undergrad for applied psych, and then that got messy, and then I switched it to hotel tourism management, and that got messy. And eventually I graduated with like a degree that I did not like, but I loved the experience overall of NYU. I had the most amazing time. I've met the most amazing people. And when I was graduating, before I was graduating, I was like, you need to figure out what to do, because like this whole like 4-year ride has been fun, girl, but it's over. It's done. So like, get it together. And essentially, I've been doing a lot of work in like student life, and like I was an RA and I was an ambassador and did a lot of things in what you would call student affairs, heavy quotation marks on that. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like if you do something and you're good at it, that means you're supposed to do it for the rest of your life, right? So I never really knew what I wanted to do. I never really knew what I wanted to do in life, but that's this past year I realized that was not true. I always knew what I wanted to do. I just was really, really scared to do it, and I was really scared to admit it to myself that it's something that I want. So then I was graduating, and I was like, I should probably, oh my gosh. I mean, I guess I live near an airport, kind of. So I thought I should do what I've been hired to doing. My resume looks like it, like I should just do that. So I applied to graduate programs in higher education and student affairs. And if you haven't heard of it, it's because it's fake. It's really fake, and we'll get into that later. So I applied. Also, another thing, I applied and eventually decided on coming to NYU for grad school. And it's a 2-year program, and I started it last year. And I'm not joking. I remember the day I woke up after graduation from my undergrad degree. I remember waking up and thinking, wow, I've made such a mistake. Like, and I just felt it in my bones. Like, I really was like, this is not, you're not doing what you want to do. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. But like, I ignored it because I was like, what else are you supposed to do? Like, there's no other way to go around that. So I ended up starting in the fall, and essentially I was in the hired program, and for the program, it's a little bit special because you have to get a job while you're there, and you have to be hired to get into the program. So I was hired at the Office of Admissions, which is where I actually worked for my undergrad, so it actually worked out pretty well. And I just remember going into my first day of work, like I was supposed to be really, really excited because, you know, like it was working towards something that I kind of wanted to do. I thought I wanted to be an admissions officer when I grew up, and just feeling empty about it, like just feeling like no excitement whatsoever, like just being like something was missing, like feeling literally like an empty hole in the middle of my body. It was like crazy. Another thing that went into the decisions of all this is that I'm very lucky, very, very blessed, where I have what's called the Gates Millennium Scholarship. And essentially that is a scholarship that is funded by Bill Gates. I call Bill Gates my sugar daddy because, like, how is it different? And essentially I had to write 8 essays, and it was like the longest, hardest thing in my life. Me and my mom literally almost like mutually killed each other. It was so bad. But it was really worth it because I ended up getting it. And essentially what that was is a ticket, a 10-year ticket to completely free education. So for my undergrad, everything was paid for, and it was like the most amazing experience, and it allowed me to go to NYU, and I'm so thankful for it. And basically, like, you can use that scholarship all the way up to a PhD. With the caveat, it's always a twist, with the caveat that once you pass undergrad, you can study whatever you want, like live your best life, like be a painter, be a weaver, like it doesn't matter, like we don't give a fuck, be a businessman, no one cares. But for grad school, Papa Gates only wants like librarians and educators and like data scientists, which like I'm not doing that. And so for grad school, you can only get it funded if you're in like 7 different areas. And one of the areas was education, and I was like, okay, lit, like I don't want to pay for anything, obviously. I've gotten accustomed to this lifestyle, like why would I pay for anything ever? And also like not going to grad school just wasn't an option, because like my mom got a master's and like I just want to do it, you know, trying to flex and impress her, you know? And so essentially it was like, you can go to grad school for education for free or fuck off. I don't know, like, because you don't have any experience in what you want to do, like, so you might as well do what you know. That's what I was thinking. That also was a really big factor in figuring out what I wanted to do. And since I got into the program and I knew it would pay for it, and also it doesn't just pay for your like tuition or whatever, like it paid for everything in your school, and it also pays for like where you live. So like I didn't pay rent this whole year either, which was also, I know, like such a big part of it. And so essentially, because of all that, I started the program, and it was terrible. I had a terrible time in it. Definitely like 40% of me like realizing that I was like killing my dreams myself and like not believing in myself. But 60% was definitely the fact that it's a bad program. Like I'll stand by that. Like I'll say it. We were supposedly in a master's program where I never really wrote a paper above like maybe 6 pages. And like I was taking a class that was about like research, and we didn't do research. We like did everything but the research. Like the whole class was like setting up a research paper that we never did, which I thought was literally ridiculous. We would have panels of people come in who graduated from the program, and the panels of people come in, and essentially everyone was like, it's a cute program, but it's not gonna give you what you want. You should probably get 3 more jobs, and also like, but you will get hired after. You will get hired after. And so I was like, what the fuck? Like I kept talking to people, and like I felt like crazy for a minute, because I was like, am I like asking for too much? Because I definitely was also scorned for my undergrad degree, because my undergrad degree sucked too. Maybe a whole different video on that later, but maybe not. Maybe I'll just never talk about NYU again. We'll see. Other people in my program were like, yeah, no, it's like not the best academically, but I might get a job after, which is very valid. But then I started thinking of like, ew, like I don't want a job. Like I don't want a job in like higher ed. Like that's not what I want to do. And essentially for like the first like 2 months, I was like playing house of like, this is nice, but then like verbally saying that, but I never believed for a minute. I never believed it was for me for any amount of minutes. And then like hold up, I gotta get my Postmates. Look how big that is, oh my gosh, no one's mad. Okay, I forgot what I was saying, so let's like just get into the meat of it. October happens, and so I've been in school for, damn, like a month. I forgot how fast this happened. One day I literally randomly call my mom. I call her, she literally picks up, and I go, hi mom, and she literally goes, I was like, hi mom, do you have time? Like I just like to talk. And out of nowhere, unprompted, she literally goes, you want to drop out of school, don't you? She's a witch, like she's a witch. And she was so surprisingly so into it. She was like, yeah, I know, you don't want to be a teacher, like you didn't want to be this anyway, like I didn't know why you did this in the first place. And she was like, you're still young, but like I'd like you to figure out something eventually. And I was like, T, yeah, me too, I'd love that. So then I started looking at like different programs and figuring out what I actually wanted to do. I kind of knew like what I wanted to do, but I kept lying to myself, and I realized what I want to do is something like this. Like I want to be some sort of an entrepreneur, influencer, something. I want to work for myself. I want my face, my name, my smile, and my personality to be my moneymaker and my brand. And like, I just didn't know how to start doing it. So I started researching all these programs that are like media and culture communication, like entertainment, blah, 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 blah. And like, it's just not a very master supported space, obviously, because most people just do it. But I knew that I, for myself, needed the credentials to be able to switch. I knew that I would not feel comfortable applying for jobs unless I had like that credential of being like, I have a master's in something like what I want to do. So I started researching, and I found 2 schools I wanted to go to. One of them was in London, because I fucking love London, and it was in culture and creative industries, cultural and creative industries at King College. And the other one was in Los Angeles at USC in digital social media. And when I found the digital social media program, I could not believe that A, existed, B, that I never heard of it, and C, that they didn't personally invite me to come. Like, I'm amazing, I do this, like, come on, like, scout me. But that's not how it works. But then that's when I like hit like the roadblock of like, if I go to any of these programs, like, I have to forfeit this amazing massive scholarship that not only paid for my school but literally paid for where I fucking slept. And that was like very, very scary because I was like, I've never had a full-time job in my life. Like, loans are really scary, and like I wanted to like be able to end all this without loans. And I was like, why would I pay money for a degree that I can get like the same type of degree in a different field for free? Like, it just didn't make sense. I think that's what making that distinction really like helped me know what I actually want for my life and like what I actually want to do. Because I realized, and eventually the reason why I'm leaving the program is because I realized that there is nothing, I don't know, like there's nothing more soul crushing and disappointing than feeling like you're giving up on yourself. And like that's what I felt this entire year of like I was just giving up on what I wanted to do. And I just felt like I was too young to do that, you know? Like, I could have easily stayed in the program, got my master's, became a residence hall assistant director or something, or maybe an admissions officer, and gotten great money, great benefits, all that kind of stuff. But when I tell you it wasn't worth shit at all, because there's no amount of benefits or perks that can supplement or negate the days, weeks on end that I would sit at my desk and feel like a fucking failure. Like, I was in a grad program, I was living with my best friends, like I was paying my rent, like all that kind of stuff, and I just felt for the first time in my life truly like I was a fucking failure, and it was really, really terrible. I just felt so unhappy and so trapped, and I just realized like it just was not worth it. Like, even though I don't really know how to do what I want to do, I still don't really know. I know that I feel that what I want to do is pretty vapid, but I know it's not. You know what I mean? I'm a very happy person generally. I'm a very fulfilled person. Like, find joy in everything I do, that kind of stuff. Like, I literally felt dead. Like, I felt like I was a carcass. Just, and I know that kind of sounds dramatic, and like maybe I am dramatic, but I also am dramatic. But like, there's nothing that I do that for again at all. Like, I never want to feel that again for as long as I did. I think that's also why I'm not like upset about this year, because I think it's really important to know what you want, but it's so valuable also to know what you don't want. And like, now I know, like, I don't want that. Like, I don't want to sit at a desk all day. I don't want to play little political games in an office of people who half the way I fucking hate. And I don't want to like have the what ifs in life. Like, that's just really important to me. Like, I don't want to know that I'm a fucking star and that I deserve to be places and not be those places. My whole life, people have always said, like, you're this, you're that, you're funny, you're entertaining, you're blah, blah, blah. Like, if you had a YouTube channel, I'd follow you, blah, blah, blah. And I realized that, like, the only thing that's been stopping me is my own, like, fucking laziness. Like, how many times do I post on this channel? How many times do you see me post on this channel? Not a lot. And, like, that's completely on me. And, like, I was talking to one of my friends who's also trying to make it in her own way in the music industry. And we were just talking about how, like, why aren't we? Like, there's not a lot of buffer if you just keep doing it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like what I've seen, famous YouTubers mostly, is they just get there by like literally posting 3 times a week and like not being embarrassed about seeing if people are trying, like not being embarrassed about people trying to see them make it. Because also like I have a lot of stress and shame of like what if I don't want to look at like that person who's like trying to be famous is not doing it. But like fuck that. Like I am trying to be famous. I'm also not doing it. Like I already look like it, so I might as well just fucking go for it, you know? So yes, I am moving to Los Angeles to go to USC for digital social media. And I'm like, while I'm out there, like I just want to do everything I can to put myself in the best position. So I'm just really excited for all of that. I'm really grateful for this year, like I said, because I got an extra year with my best friends. And I actually have run New York City, but like I also like got a glimpse into what my personal hell would be. And like that's, am I taking out $65,000 in loans for a year? Yeah. Is that the most financially irresponsible thing I've ever done? Yeah. Am I really excited to fucking do it? I am. I'll say it. But I've loved my time in New York. I've loved my friends in New York, if any of you are watching it. But I'm just like really ready to start something. And like I hate empty promises and I hate like something's coming. Like, no, just give it to me. But, and like only time will tell. But at this moment, I'm very excited for what's to come because it's going to be so different no matter what. Let's see what we can make happen in a year, you know? I think that's my little why I'm leaving New York City, why I'm giving up a full scholarship kind of gig. I'm just very excited and very happy and lucky and blessed. And I feel very loved in New York City, and I know I'll always have a place here. But there's a time to come to New York and there's a time to leave, and it's my time to leave at the moment. So stay tuned for something, who knows? Hold me to it if you don't see me doing anything, and next time you see me, I'll be in Los Angeles, California, so I'm really excited for that. Peace. Hi everybody. This is like such a mess. I'm laying down and I'm sweating, and it's 4:40 a.m. But I also felt like the first video didn't do justice. I can't believe I'm crying. Something that was really left out. Even though I'm really excited and happy that I'm going somewhere new and trying something new, I'm so sweaty, I'm such a mess. But I just can't. I was crying on the train the whole time just because what I left out of the first video was just like how hard it is to just leave. It's so stupid. To leave and like it's something that needs to happen. It doesn't make it any easier or any better. It's a part of the journey too. What I was trying to say is I can't overstate how hard it is to leave the community that I have here and that I've built here, and to all of the people who made my 5 years in New York, the best years of my life. I just really can't thank you enough. Even though it's like, it really sucks to leave, I know I have to, because I just really believe that something better is out there. And it has nothing to do with the people here. It's just about where I need to be. For me, I'm pretty sure this is harder than going from high school to college, because I was just so excited and I knew what to expect. And here I have no idea what to expect. I know this is what's meant to happen. There's no other option. There's no other chance. I have to start believing in myself. This is like the first step. So I just thought that a completely bad bitch rooftop video wasn't really accurate about how I feel about all of it. I think this will be a very amazing, impactful decision, and I hope it's all for the best. And that's all we can hope. I'm ready and I'm excited. And I'm over dramatic, but that's just the way I am. Oh, it's done. It's over. Moving out. Peace out, NYC.